Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here with your money career reading for the week of July 7th through 13th. Oh my. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also want to give a huge shout out to all the new and returning viewers and subscribers and channel members. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Happy TGIF, first official Friday in July. Interesting, already into almost the middle of the month. How does that even happen, you guys? I don't even know. It's like all of a sudden, bam, already here. It's wild. All right, let's go ahead and see what's coming through for you. Ooh. For money and career this week, Aquarius. All right. Okay. Woo. Interesting. Aquarius. Oh, I'm going to get into it in just a second, but let's get a few of these little guys out. Okay, that's good. Look. Yeah, that goes. Checks out. Okay, Aquarius, checks out. Dun, 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 dun. All right, checks out. Interesting. The first card you got out here is take charge over your finances and life. Aquarius, some of you have just been like, you know what? If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'll just sit right here. It's going to fall in my lap. It's going to happen, right? Yay. Yes. Okay. Sometimes when you're manifesting, when you're visualizing, when you're doing, yeah, but a lot of times, or for the most part, it seems to be that we need to take some action. Yes, that can be considered taking a little bit of action or taking action in one way or another, but also getting your butt off the couch and doing something. Taking charge, right? Taking charge. Yes, getting up, doing the damn thing for your life. But if you're just sitting on the couch and wishing and on this and back and forth, and I really want this to happen, I really want that to happen, just wanting isn't going to be creating, okay? Your finances, your bank account, sometimes you can wake up, or people talk about, and I've had it happen myself as well, waking up in the morning and looking at your bank account and there's like a mysterious deposit or money came in that you weren't expecting or whatever. So something unexpected can happen, but it's time for you to really get some clarity this week, Aquarius. Decide what it is that you want. Where are you spending your money? How are you budgeting? What are you doing with the money that you do have? How are you doing, or what are you doing to build that money, to grow that money, to create the life that you want, to maybe invest in what it is, or the work that you get up and do every day? Is it what you're wanting to do? Okay, it's time to take charge. Don't sit back and be like, oh, life's happening to me, right? It's for you. It's happening for you, but you get to create as well. You get to take charge. Take the bull by the horns, Aquarius, and step up and really begin to create the finances, the life, the career, right, that you want. If you can't, or feel as if you can't, or feel as if you don't have any control over something, then it's time to look at your mindset and begin to shift that. Also, if you feel like the work that you want to do isn't out there, or information for that isn't out there, or what have you, then you take charge and you build, create it, right? If you are not finding what you want to do for a job or for a career, if you're not finding ways or out there that are already out, legit and not scammy or spammy, right, for creating money or finances, then lean into that. Create that yourself, right? Create it yourself. Where are you finding that there are holes in niches, or holes in products, or holes in information, Aquarius? What can you do? How can you take charge of your life and your finances and create something? And in the process, create something to help somebody else as well, okay? Be of service to others as well. Isn't that something that could be the most beautiful, amazing gift that you could give to yourself and others, Aquarius? By creating that, but you have to stand up and you have to take charge. However this comes through or resonates for you, Aquarius, this message as a standalone is going to be very important for you, okay? Take charge over your life and your finances, or over your finances in your life. no more allowing other people to be the boss, right? And you hopefully see what I'm saying here. It's time to take authority. It's time to take the power back for yourself, for your life, for your finances, for your job, for your career, right? That doesn't mean that, if you work for an employer, that you quit your job. That's not at all what's coming through here, Aquarius. What's coming through here, though, is that you can stand up. Maybe for some of you, maybe it's time to put in an extra 30 minutes a day, or go in a little earlier, or stay a little bit later, right? Take charge. If you're wanting that promotion, really show whoever the promoting people are, whether it's a boss or a manager or HR or whatever it may be, that you are the one for the job. Take charge in that way. If you're looking for a raise, right? What is it that you're bringing to the table? How are you being of service? Aquarius, this comes through in many, many different ways, but it's time for you to take charge, right? To stand up, to create that new step, or that new movement, or to take that new step or the next step, right? Whatever it is for you, Aquarius, it's time. And then before you know it, bam, you're going to be in a whole different spot, a whole different place. But you have to take charge. You have to make the moves, okay? You have to. You have to. That's what's coming through, okay? With that, you have the Hierophant and the Devil. So some of you have really been moving into, or staying in this place with that Hierophant energy of kind of what you've known, okay? What you've known, not really getting out of the box, doing anything new. There is success that is here for you, Aquarius. It is here for you, okay? But some of you need to get a little bit more information under your belt. Maybe some of you need to maybe go back and take a class. Some of you need to really be in the space of working with a team, or working within a group, or doing things together as a group, okay? Some of you may, if you're looking at doing something for yourself, filling a spot in the niche, or creating something, whatever it may be that there may be investors that you need to tune into, or check into, right? And angel investors, or and maybe a partnership that helps you get it off the ground. Some of you, though, need to really, really move into this space of letting go of what you thought with that Hierophant things would be like, or how you think that they should be, and moving into the space of chasing, or taking charge over, not chasing, but taking charge over what it is and how it can be, okay? So sometimes we hold this idea in our mind that we're not as far as we should be, or we should be farther along, or it should be this, or it should be that, when we could be creating a vision of where we are ready to move towards, and then take charge, take action in that direction, okay? Now with that Devil card coming in here, now look at, this is two major arcana, so this is big major change, right? Two major arcanas coming through here with the take charge over your finances and life, Aquarius. So this is going to require you to step up to the plate, okay? That Devil energy is coming through here with this energy of again, we talked about this kind of feeling trapped, feeling as if you aren't able, right? Seeing things, it's always been this way, it's not going to change, or what have you, right? Holding on to that past and not letting yourself move on to the next step, or do the next thing, sitting on the couch, right? And being like, I wish, I want, it should be, and then, you get what I'm saying, right? Blaming other things, or making bad financial decisions, and or holding on to financial habits that are not moving you, right? That are continuing to, some of you may be gambling, some of you may be really just dumping money, or self-sabotaging, dumping money into bad investments, things that aren't going to ever take off, and not really looking for more education. Or it's almost as if you're like, okay, I'm gonna dump money into this, or I'm gonna do that, or whatever, but not really getting the learnings, or the education, or the classes, right? Which we talked about here, or whatever it is, the resources, or looking a little deeper, or researching to find out more information. It's almost as if you're letting your life go down kind of this I don't know. It's a sewer. I'm so sorry that this is what is coming through, Aquarius, but some of you need to hear this, right? Some of you are letting your life go kind of down a sewer, and not really doing anything about it. It's like this energy of really just sitting there, wanting, wishing, complaining, blaming, pointing fingers, this and that, making bad decision after bad decision, as far as your career goes, as far as work goes, as far as education goes, or non-education, right? Resources, as far as sitting on the couch, or what have you, not taking action. Aquarius, it's time for this to stop, okay? It's time for this to stop. You've got to take charge over your life and your finances, over your career, over what is happening. You can't just sit on the sidelines and then expect life to be amazing, good, and beautiful. You've got to stand up, okay? You've got to stand up. It's time to stand up and really take charge over your life, over your career, over your finances, over what is happening, and not just sit there and blame or right, continue to make the same bad choices that you have been making, and then be like, oh well, it's that fault, it's the economy's fault, it's this fault, right? Or placing blame in different places. This devil is really coming through with some strong energy here, Aquarius. For those of you that are feeling trapped, it's time for you to stand up and take charge. Okay? Stand up, right? Okay? Because your next card here is financial blessings. Yes, right? This energy. When you do, when you stand up, when you take charge over your life, when you move out of this energy, right? The whole first half of this reading, before you know it, you're in this place of financial blessings, of noticing that your cup is overflowing, of noticing that things just fall into place, of noticing that everything works out, of noticing that you really took that step, or you made that movement, or you filled that hole in the niche, or that gap, or whatever it was, and damn, look at this. The financial blessings come through. Now, this may not happen just within this week, Aquarius, but this is a starting point. Again, take charge over your finances and your life. There didn't need to even be any other cards here, Aquarius, but of course there are, because Spirit likes to give you a little bit more. But this one card right here really, really, it's that shove. It's not even a nudge, it's a shove, Aquarius, pushing you off the couch, pushing you out of your comfort zone, pushing you out of the excuses, pushing you out of the pointing fingers, the blaming, the self-sabotage, pushing you out of, well, that kind of energy that sometimes a hierophant can take up of it's always been this way, or of tradition, or that kind of pushing you. It's a shove. It's a shove, not even a nudge, so that you can move into this place, right, of financial blessings, of living the life of your dreams, of being excited to get up and go to work every day, or doing your own thing, whatever it may be, Aquarius. But before you know it, it's going to be like, bam, yep, here we are. This turned into this. Thank gosh, right? Thank gosh. Thank the Lord that I got this message, that this message came through today, that I listened to it, that I didn't ignore it, that I paid attention, because look at this. Financial blessings are raining all around me. They're all here. They're here. They're here. And then you're going from this Page of Cups energy, non-gender specific, but to this King of Cups energy, right? You're going from this young, kind of curious page energy, this energy of really, kind of being in the space of for some, maybe not being super sure, but finding kind of a creative outlet, right? Finding kind of this energy. Some of you are moving from like this daydreamer, right? Which we kind of talked about, the wishing and the this and that, instead of creating a vision. This daydreamer energy, this Page of Cups, really having kind of almost this over the top for some of you, right? For some of you, maybe even a little bit unrealistic kind of ideas or dreams about your goals, right? Or your finances, or your career, or your life. Really staying in this place of, again, daydreaming, right? About what it is, but not putting any real effort into it. Moving in, being curious, right? Curious about it with that page energy, but moving into that King of Cups energy, that energy of, yep, here I am. I have arrived. I'm getting stuff done. I'm balanced. I'm using, like the practical side, plus really, seeing the logical side, the practical side. I'm using my wisdom, and I am moving into the space of respect for myself and admiration for myself, but not only for myself, of others as well, because I have created, I have taken charge, and I have moved into the space of creating those financial blessings, of, really taking authority over my own life, right? Of moving into this place of stability and holding that faith, being realistic, being logical, but also holding that faith and being hopeful, and knowing that I can take charge and I can move into this place of creating. And now see, look, at the bottom of the deck, you have the 8 of Wands. You see that Eight of Wands energy. So it is going to be happening for you rather quickly, Aquarius. And like we just said, it's probably not going to all happen in 1 week, right? Because this reading is kind of for the time frame. Of course, they expand out, back and forward, right? These readings could all be timeless. It's just that sometimes we like to have an idea or a starting point or a potential ending point. But this reading, whenever you come across it and it resonates, Aquarius, is in fact true for you because the messages come through and you are pulled into the messages when you are ready to hear them. For the most part, that doesn't always mean that everybody's ready to hear every message when it comes through, right? Sometimes we need to come back to it. So if that is you, that is you. But you have that Eight of Wands energy coming in. And isn't that gorgeous? This is quick progress. It's happening quickly for you, Aquarius. Once you make the decision to take charge of your life, to take charge of your finances, to stand up, to really do the things, kind of getting out of that wishy, and it's going to be that bam. And before you know it, here you are, Aquarius. Here you are with that quick movement, with quick progress, with this energy of really feeling motivated, really making an impact, right? That money coming in, that quick financial blessings, but also that quick momentum, okay? That quick momentum, but it's just like bam, bam. I can't even, right? It happens quickly, quick progress, Aquarius. But you have to make that decision to stand up. It may be for those of you, it may be offering another service or another potential option. It may be, getting to work 30 minutes early or staying 30 minutes later. It may be taking on another project. It may be creating a new document or project or ebook or whatever it may be for you, Aquarius. But once you take charge and decide, those financial blessings are going to start raining. They're going to start pouring in. They're going to start showing up, and it's going to happen very quickly. You're going to have a shift. It's going to be, before you know it, you're like, my whole life is different, right? Okay. Now you have Aaron Rand. Okay, now we're at these. Remember, we just have this little thing for the book. So let's see where this goes. The first one here, I'm going to set this down here, the book. First one here is how to make money. So for some of you, self-interest has a mass appeal. So self-interest has a mass appeal. So some of you, this could be coming with that brand, but really focusing on you. And right, we talked about this. Your own self-interest is what is coming through with this. Your own self-interest. What is missing in niches, or where is the gap? Where is it that you wish you had information? We talked about that at the beginning. Okay, now your second part is how to keep hold of money. So your self-interest has mass appeal. That is how to make money. What is it that's missing that you feel like is missing, and how can you fill that gap? Okay, now your second one is how to keep hold of it. Find like-minded individualists. Okay, individualists. We talked about angel investors, we talked about, right? So that just goes right with that. And then the third one is how to give it meaning. Those who live in glass houses will not be told what they can and cannot throw. Wow, that's kind of profound. Right, don't throw. What is the actual saying? Now it's like throw glass houses. Those who live in glass houses will not be told what they can and cannot throw. For some reason, that is all I can think of now. So it's like blinking out. My mind is blinking out, or the message is blinking out. There's a specific quote. If you know that quote, hit the like button. Don't throw stones at glass houses. Is that what it is? Interesting, Aquarius. So for some of you, you're just, for some of you, it's time to stand up and be, right, take charge of your finances. It's coming through with that. That don't be told what you can or can't do, because you're limitless. Nothing is impossible for you. So if you have been in the space of, oh, well, like in that devil energy or that Hierophant energy, right? Feeling like, oh, well, it's already been done, or I can't do it, or reinvent, or this or that. Don't be told what you can't do. Okay. Don't let anybody else create the rules for you or your life or your finances or your career. Okay. Now you also have Michael Bloomberg here. And this one, this one has a bunch of numbers on there, like stock, right? So how to make money. Some of these people I'm not aware of. So take your paper route in new directions. You see, take your paper route in new directions. Okay. Now, how to keep hold of it. It says if you make headlines, own them. Interesting. And then the third, how to give it a meaning with that little kind of world. It says count on numbers to amount to something. Okay. So this one, yeah, count on numbers to amount. Take your paper out in new directions. Interesting. But you have all of these numbers. I don't know if that has to do with stock market. I'm not sure. Michael Bloomberg doesn't really catch any or mean much to me, but may to you guys, and probably should. I'll look in the book and see who the specific person is. But this message coming through for some of you is going to mean a lot. Okay. So Aquarius, really allow yourself to take charge, because before you know it, your whole life, bam, just like that, could be completely different. Those financial blessings are waiting to rain in, but they can't do it if you're just sitting on the couch wishing, blaming, pointing fingers, doing all the things that aren't benefiting. Okay, not taking charge. All right, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. Also, if you received some value, you can always donate. There is a donation link down in the description box down below. Also, you can become a member of the channel and support the channel as well. All right, as always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.